I'm Franklin, and this is a look at March 25th. If you were born on the 25th day of March, you are Aries of the first house of the zodiac. The energy of the number 1 is self-contained and self-sufficient. It implies that you are personally responsible and taking responsibility for the new beginning that is coming into your life today. This new cycle enters because yesterday you released what had served its purpose. You now have a new chance to live up to your potential in this lifetime. There's great potential for growth, but that means change, and change is never easy on anybody. You're now faced with a choice between the same old thing and the unknown. The way this will work out depends entirely on what you choose to do with this new opportunity. And this influence will apply to everyone on this particular date. You and you alone get to say when you've had enough and are ready to move on and change. Today's number is 10, and that indicates that you're making a transition from what has been to what can be. The 1 calls for action, and the 0 says that your spirit guides are trying to push you in one direction or the other, so you need to be on the alert for signs and omens that will be pointing out the correct path as thought for you by your spirit guides. When the number 10 appears in a reading, it says that you've been spending too much time and energy in the material world and missing the guideposts that are laid out for you by the spirit world. And now here's a look at the tarot. In the tarot, this energy is represented by the Wheel of Fortune. And this means that the spirit world has put something into motion that cannot be stopped. You will be forced to accept what fate hands you, and the outcome depends on aligning your wants and needs with divine will. As is often the case, what we are given by the universe can come in disguise and force us to do the right thing. Enlightenment comes to those who accept their own ignorance and attempt to conquer it by learning what the spirit world wants for them in this lifetime. Now here's a look at your health. A soul born today, March 25th, has a natural tendency to overdo any physical activity to the point of injuring themselves. Doctor visits, therapy, these are often the result of adventure seeking. These souls run at high speed, so they will not miss out on anything, and they can take full advantage of any offer of something out of the ordinary. The exercise that appeals to these people is competing in games that require both thought and strength or ability. Any sport in or around the water will soothe their mental stress, and meditation works very well for those born on March 25th. Now let's look at the love life for these people. The energy displayed by those born March 25th is very attractive to others, but relationships can be slowed by a lack of commitment and a resentment of anyone trying to tie them down. Those who have this competitive and self-protecting nature have a difficult time ever settling down, but when they do reach this point, they can fully commit and enjoy a stable relationship. This allows them to reach their full sexual expression and enjoy the company of others to the fullest extent. Now here's a look at your career and your gifts and talents. Those born on March 25th are born visionaries who see things coming when other people do not. They can create money as easily as other souls create new ideas if they keep their plans practical and useful to the world. Those born March 25th can succeed at any sort of fast-moving work that requires instant analysis and thinking on your feet. These souls encounter problems when they scatter their energy and begin any new project before they're fully prepared or fully equipped. This energy succeeds when it is combined with focus and imagining what is possible and what is practical, and then taking the steps that ensure that this comes into reality. Having the patience to do that is what separates the dreamers from the doers, who accomplish what they dream of. Now, here's a look at your energy, both on the positive and negative sides. The positive side of the energy being worked by those born March 25th is generated by a very visual imagination, an imagination that can truly picture the final outcome of a plan of action. And not only that, they can also see all of the different steps that will be necessary for that plan to succeed. Being able to inspire other people to do the same, this is the greatest gift of those born on March 25th. And this is the most natural thing that they can do with their life. But when this energy is being worked on the negative side, the +1 becomes a -1. So very little actually gets accomplished. Confusion, insecurity, these are the warning signs that a person born on March 25th has lost their way and is now desperately seeking security. They're searching for it without taking all of the necessary steps or building a proper foundation to ensure that they'll have a secure future. Now, when I ask what these souls need to hear from me today, I'm shown a racing driver with mismatched tires that make the car wobble, make it hard to control. This driver is using too much left and then too much right as they weave down the racetrack, often bumping into other drivers and receiving their curses. If this soul used equal amounts of logic and emotion, their life path would straighten out, and they would stop incurring the wrath of the other drivers. And that's a look at March 25th. If you like what you see here, please hit the subscribe button.